What's up, guys? Seeing as Joey Carbaholic is afraid of debating me, as I told you, nobody is gonna dare to do it anymore after the vegan gains slaughter, I'm going to expose him this way. Let's go through some of his videos, shall we?
As long as an animal has that life that particular farm that my mother goes to. In Germany, in my mind, that's okay.
It's okay to kill an animal for a sandwich if you don't need to?
He always says that, if you don't need to. We are carnivores, so obviously we do. All he talks about is religion, aka morals. He has no clue about nutrition, like all vegans. Otherwise it wouldn't be vegan. It's torture for humans. 100% religious nut.
No, that's different. The cat has moral value. It's not okay for us to hurt the cat. But the cat doesn't have moral agency. It doesn't know right from wrong.
It doesn't know right from wrong. He's not even listening to what he's saying. You've been taught what right and wrong is by religions. Good comes from God, evil comes from the devil. The question is, have they been domesticated? Because you can domesticate any animal to follow man-made rules. And that's exactly what humans are doing today.
Is that act of evil justified because it makes them feel good? It's okay to raise them and shoot them in the head and eat their bodies for no reason when we have alternatives.
For no reason. There are no alternatives to meat. We can get vitamins A, B6, B12, D, FK2, any other way. I'm sick of repeating it. They don't learn. There are no other options for obligate carnivores. This guy is a joke.
That you would still choose to shoot a pig in the head when they want to live, even though we can have all these plant-based alternatives that taste delicious.
Disgusting. Why does the taste matter if it's man-made and artificial? You can't remove a cat from nature, put it in a city and expect it to digest plants, right? So you can't do the same with humans. And all we eat in nature is raw meat. Unnatural will always equal unhealthy.
Yeah, the problem is you don't get enough nutrients.
He's right.
Same as meat, but it's not enough.
But he doesn't get
Where does the
it.
animal get the nutrients from?
From fermenting plants in the stomach. We have no bacteria in the stomach, just like all carnivores. And only acids to break down meat. Watch my video. A human apex predator versus mentally disabled vegans to learn about this.
I mean, I think that if you're going to farm animals, they
Look
should
at how he looks at the people he's talking to in general.
with as little suffering as you can have.
You see what I mean?
That's still the goal.
He's totally going nuts. He wants to kill the people he's talking to.
And then eat them. I think
And the eyes are just an extension of the brain, so it's showing you what's going on in his head. These mentally ill vegan eyes, I see them way too often, say everything about them.
No pain, no suffering. Just
It's all about suppressing nature, destroying human health. It's Satanism, essentially.
in an ideal world.
They can't stand nature and natural humans.
Would that be more ideal for the animal? No death at all.
Humans are also animals, so we would all die.
There's arguably, yeah, because then I guess they'd be set free, right? But then for a lot of like for a species,
He's sick.
I think if the whole world became vegan, that would be terrible for some species.
For humans,
cows in general, the cow population would plummet.
Does that strengthen the argument?
Like environmental.
Yeah, and health.
health.
Well, I mean,
He's really gonna go there. A vegan talking about health.
Unhealthy.
What about saturated fat and cholesterol? Those things are bad. And they are in meat, yeah?
All of our cells are made out of saturated animal fat and cholesterol. When you look at them, that's what you see. When you look at your hand, you see cholesterol and saturated animal fat. It's the healthiest thing you could possibly eat.
People have most of the argument here is where they say they value their taste over an animal's life.
Taste.
And
That's nutrition. It's literally what you taste.
Okay, this is the animal's whole life. Do you think that that's justified?
Of course it's justified.
Too cool, but isn't that evolution?
Evolution?
Isn't that survival of the fittest to a step?
Like lions?
It's incredible
Do we
ignorance.
justify behaviour on what's happening in nature, or should we maybe, does that always mean what's ethical? Like a lot of bad things
Ethics
happen
are
in nature.
man-made. Nature
A lot of bad
isn't.
things happen when we're evolving.
He doesn't give a
Whole
shit.
civilizations
Like
were,
all vegans.
pillaged and raped,
They
and
hate
that doesn't
nature.
mean that was
They
justified
really
or
hate
should continue
nature.
doing that. Is that true?
True.
I'm an animal producer. I produce beef cattle, mate.
Okay.
I know a lot about
Right
it.
on.
You produce beef cattle.
I produce beef cattle and I'm proud of it.
You're proud
You
of
should be.
killing animals for money.
Absolutely happy. I breed them to do
I
it.
like her.
Would you do the same to human beings? You just think animals, because they're lower than us,
on the food
I
scale.
don't think they're lower than us. I'd eat human beings if we were allowed to farm them.
You would eat human beings?
Absolutely.
Ironically, that's what veganism will lead to if it continues.
Money.
For money.
That's the
If
plan.
we needed to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what we do. We breed these animals specifically. We look after them extremely well. We handle them very carefully.
Very carefully.
Absolutely.
Have you seen the footage over there?
I have seen the footage.
Yeah.
It's not
What do
filmed
you
in
define
Australia.
as,
Yes, it is. That was filmed in Australia, a lot of it in Adelaide.
Well,
It's an Australian, Aussie farms.
I go straight. I follow up my cattle through the chain, and I know they're not handled like that.
So what do you define as looking after your cattle well then?
Why don't you come and visit my farm, and then you
Do
find out?
are
They don't want to see how animals are actually treated. They want to see all the fake footage.
They're on grass all the time, and that's the quickest and most humane way to kill an animal.
And a human. If you bulk on a human in the head, you go to jail for murder.
Yes,
Because it's inhumane to take animals' life. that wants to
Because
live.
it's man-made laws. It's rules you live by, you slave.
it's humane. Is it humane to keep somebody suffering in a hospital that is dying from an incurable disease?
Alright, now you see what I mean. Joey should stop overloading his body with sugar and get a reality check. A few pointers. There's no plant that human beings can digest. There's over 50 nutrients we can't get from plants. We have no bacteria in our stomach, but we do have enzymes to break down animals. The opposite of animals that eat grass, leaves, etc. All human babies that are only fed plants, aka vegan babies, die. This means that he supports the death of his own animal species, which is typical among vegans. Vegans only eat man-made food. Nothing they eat is found in nature. It's a man-made religion that has a diet attached to it, with brainwashed people who follow man-made rules. They are slaves. Thanks for watching, everyone.